I am going to move into my gas or pass.
Okay.
So, my gas or pass is the Boss RE-202.
That's the big one?
That's the big delay pedal.
Not the
Not the
boss size one.
It's not the compact pedal.
Right.
So it's $379 and it's got 4 presets. $379, that's brand new. You can find them used. And I saw them on some deals here, I think around Christmas time. They were in the ballpark of like $300. Maybe they're like $299, somewhere like that. So it's kind of the price of some of these higher end delays.
Okay.
So a little side story here. The reason why I bring this up is because we went to East Side Music Supply in Nashville, whenever we were in Nashville one time. And we went in there to go play, and there's a whole nother side story about a reverb pedal.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that today. Well, that's another story for another episode. But we were in there, and we were checking out all these pedals. Go check out their place if you haven't been there. They've actually moved since we've been there on this trip.
And that's a phenomenal shop.
Really cool shop. Tons of pedals. They've got a lot of guitars and amps there to check out too. And they've always got like stuff moving in and out. So the used stuff they've got in there is always interesting too. So we were in there, and there was a guy playing guitar, and we weren't thinking anything about it. We were looking at the walls of pedals and like, hey, check this one out, and look at this. Have you played this? And just chit-chatting, talking to people. And we were sitting there listening, and all of a sudden you walked over to me and we're like, man, that sounds good. What is that delay he's using?
Right.
And I think this was about the time that the RE-202 had just released.
It
was within the year for sure, maybe within a couple months. And we hadn't heard one yet. But we were like, man. And you came to me and was like, that sound, that delay is incredible. He's like, what is that? And we walked over there and took a look, and it's like, hey man, what are you playing? That sounds great. It was this RE-202 pedal.
Right.
And it did. It sounded incredible.
Sounded really good.
He was just playing some clean stuff, and the delay was kind of, ambiently out there, but it wasn't overtaking anything. It had a little bit of modulation and grit to it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded great.
It did.
What's your thoughts on this? Is this RE-202 the bigger one? It does have 4 presets, so for your delays, it does cover a lot of the ground you could set up. You could set slapback and a long delay and some of these different types of delays you need. Because you don't have huge delay options, or needs, I mean.
No, I almost always have a slapback that's usually analog, and then I usually have either a long tape or a long analog, like Memory Man style pedal.
And it does have tap tempo and 2 presets, or where you can scroll through your presets right there on the pedal.
Right. I think it is a cool pedal. It's got a certain sound to it. The only thing is I like options. Like, that wouldn't be my only delay, though.
You like options, but you usually only use 2 delays.
Tape and analog.
Yeah.
But usually it's like DM2 slapback or Aquapus. Then you got Memory Man. Then usually like an Echoplex.
Okay.
And to me, it just doesn't fit all the bills. I mean, is it a great sound? Would I like to have it? Yes. Is it worth the money to me personally? Probably not.
Yeah, so would you put this in your tape category, I guess, and try to add a slapback to it is what you would try to do?
Pretty much.
So, yeah, you'd have an Aquapus or something like that. DM2.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. To me, like, the $379, maybe if I found it used for like $250, I would think about it. But
I think that's probably doable if you really searched.
Right.
And $250 for a great delay pedal like that?
It's not bad.
I don't think that's too bad. I think it's that series that Boss put out, the RE-202. They put out that Bucket Brigade one. I can't think the DM101, DM102.
Oh, I have no idea.
Whatever that is, it'll be up here. I'll make sure that we've got it up there. They put that one out. They put the SDE 3000 pedal out.
Right.
That whole series, and then not to mention they've got the DD 500.
Right. And the 5 billion.
Yeah, the 5 billion and the 6 billion. So I think that whole series is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And if you're really going down the rabbit hole of a specific delay like that, man, that's exactly what you need. The fact that you came over in a shop, because how many delays do we hear and people playing in shops do we hear? A lot.
Right.
Let's be honest. We hear tons of that stuff because we're always running in and out of shops.
Also think about, like, how many delays are truly inspiring?
Yeah. And the fact that you came to me while we were looking through all these walls about all this other gear, the fact that you came over to me and was like, man, what delay is that? Let's go find out, because that thing sounds incredible. That tells me that there's something special to that delay for you.
I think it is a great delay. I also can recognize that the style of music I play and the style of music that can do are two different things. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah,
Like it's an inspiring tone, but I don't know if it's for me.
yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe it's not your everyday delay, and you'd have a hard time justifying that money for something that's
Like
not your everyday
at
delay.
home, it would be cool, but an at-home pedal for $379, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for me, man, I think it's still a gas for me. I really loved the sound of it.
Yeah.
And I'm a delay freak at this point. I never would have thought I would say that, but I'm such a delay head
I
right now.
converted you.
You did. Before I just used kind of a solo delay, and that was it. I didn't even really use a slapback much, occasionally. But now I've got all these different delay sounds I really like.
And there's a different feel with each one of them.
Oh, every delay is different. That's another show we need to do sometime where we pull out a handful of delay pedals and set them the same, and kind of talk about the different feels you're getting out of them.
That's true.
Because
That'd
it's
be
hard.
good.
It's hard to describe in video, but I think that we could. I think there's a video there we could do and make justice of it.
Okay.
So for me, this RE-202 though, I would say it's a gas. For you,
I think it's a pass.
okay.